Hi! Running a little late.
Whoops.
The baby had, well, actually she had a great day, but a little rough there at the end. Those kids, they get real excited at the it stresses me out. So I don't, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi everybody. It's Tuesday. It's time to get tweaky. This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
We are PM Artist Studio.
Hello everyone. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. I already saw somebody use the blanket. Hello. Did you see that, Darcy?
Oh my goodness, we've already got 35 thumbs up. You guys are rocking it.
You are, although we got 54 that I see watching. So
yeah, there's some of you that have fallen down on your thumbsy upsies.
If you're new to the channel, welcome. Do say hello. We're a friendly bunch and all that. Hang out for a minute. Subscribe. I don't know why she has to, like, you know.
I don't have any chat at all.
I don't know what to tell you. You know that, like, I try to do my little spiel, and then...
There's nothing there. There's a blank spot where it used to be.
There's a missing chat.
There's missing chat.
I don't know.
And then I have a little word down there that says hide chat, and I'm like, maybe I should hit that.
Maybe bring it back now.
Show chat. It comes back blank.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, it just showed up.
There you go. All right, guys, look at that. She's all fixed up. Aren't y'all happy? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
Anyway, do all that YouTube business. If you haven't done it, subscribe to the channel, you know, if you like what you're seeing, or just hang out for a minute, check it out. This, that, the other. Let me say hello to everybody. Be sure to turn your chat over to live chat. That way you don't miss anything. All right, we've got Making with Minglet. That would be our very own Lisa Mingus. Apple a Day is here. Art Carrie says Miriam Betty. Carrie Christopher is in the house. He's been doing cartoon
Hey, I subscribe to you,
things.
Christopher, so I should be getting notifications.
There you go. That's
we all
how it
just
happens.
chuckle about that.
We do. Sometimes YouTube chooses when and when not to do that. Darcy's here. Dana, Deb, Devin. That's Yolanda. Eddie makes art. Elizabeth, Estella Griffin-Shill. That's Rhonda, Isabel Oliveira. Jackie's here. Janice Marie. Jeanette, a.k.a. Janette. Jennifer McKinnon. Joni. Miron. Kathy. Carrie. Ketra. I don't know. I'm still deciding. I'm sorry, Ketra. I gotta work on that.
What?
Linda, Lydia, Margie, Mary Ellen, Nancy Moore, Nancy J, Patricia, Panka, Rennie, SAG, that's Sarah, Sandy Franklin. Our people are popping in there. If I missed you, just, you know, give me that pink hello. Star Trapper, that's Linda, Susan Fontaine, Suzanne Rivard, Susie Allen, the Shelley Studio, that's Margot, Tina Schwanberg, Wendy, and let's see, Ann Lar just popped in there. See, that was at the top, so I was able to see that one. Now, give me those hellos. If I forgot you, wasn't on purpose.
Happy
Simply I missed you. Hello, Ellen B. See, that's how it happens. Just right there.
Oh.
And so I was very excited to see that Darcy had used the blanket hello. Brad was like, "You want to get rid of you?" And I was like, "Yeah. I think people will use the blanket hello more." And that was a request from Darcy. She's like, "We need a little blanket that says hello." So it's like a blanket hello.
Oh, there's, yeah.
See the little...
Hoarder Paper Crafts, Sherry Black Dog Designs. Woohoo! I can even see that.
Now here's the thing. If you're asking yourself, why do I not see that particular little icon thing down in your happy little face things? Well, the people that have that are the ones that are already well, they're already perks are really mainly over on our website, but this is part of the perks. The little, you know, you can be part of our YouTube people.
Absolutely.
That's the best way I can explain that.
K. Brooks Art says I was looking mighty fetching. I know.
You are.
Carmichael told me once I cleaned up pretty good.
You do. She didn't shower though, so I don't know how good she smelled.
I don't. You can't smell me, so.
That's what Brad said.
I put a little foo-foo on.
Little foo-foo, good.
Yeah.
Little lure. Hey, Sue Davis. That's a
Yeah.
funny little thing there.
Gave it a little, you know, not too much because Mariah, well, you know, complain. I could use other wordage there, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Hello, Lindsay. Thanks, guys. Hey, P gave me this. to
I
be?
did. I went through my closet, and you know, it used to be that we kind of wore the same size. We don't anymore. She wears much smaller sizes.
I'm getting smaller. I'm very excited about the getting smaller.
I went through and I found one of my wonderful J. Jill jackets.
It is pretty
It's
spiffy.
it's brocade. It's wonderful. It's just stunning. I got it on sale, so I didn't spend a lot on it.
Yeah.
And then my other little silk jacket that has cool details and pocketing and but it's in her color range.
It
too.
is.
All right, I have to show you this because I'm
Let me
going to
go
put this
top
thing on a paddle. And when I say things like, I've subscribed to your channel and I'm sure YouTube's going to notify me.
Izzy's been using her the projector thing to draw things.
Yes, it's Vans and he just thinks it's wonderful and bless
We're
his
not
heart.
impressed.
Yeah,
The baby likes it.
She loves it, but it gets hot.
Hi, Veronica.
It's loud.
I think it's dangerous.
And it could burn you.
Yeah.
The stuff in there gets
Which
hot.
also I think
it's
is
like the old-fashioned
Yeah.
projectors that we used to use at school, overhead
Yeah,
projectors.
with the
Oh
hot
my
ass light
goodness,
bulb.
you did, yeah. Oh, you leave your laminated stuff on there
Melted.
very long, and it was like you had to get the scraper to get it off.
Yeah.
But this just cracks me up.
Hello,
because
Barbara and Veronica.
This is the little one that she did, the really cute one that she made into a stamp. But now she's enlarged it and made it, and I love that attitude in those eyes. It's just like, yeah, right. It just fits me to a T. Okay, moving right along. Look at this card.
Oh, okay. Should I go top side? And look, the camera.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's fine. I just need to move that.
Where am I?
Well, I need to change. One moment, please. We're going top side now. There we go. Oh, I haven't turned her camera on. 1 second. I promise we're really more professional than this.
But look I'm holding it right in exactly the right place.
Indeedy.
Indeedy. Look at that print. That print is, let me tell you about this. It's a long haul of Carrie's Rose, okay, on tissue paper. And the colors are probably, I love that,
Probably.
transparent red medium, golden fluid iridescent gold, golden anthraquinine blue, Amsterdam turquoise green. And thank you stamp from Honeybee. And look at that. That is a really nice little, I like the font.
Yeah.
And thanks and giving set using black StazOn ink. But look at how nice that's stamped on there. I never get quite that good of a coverage. I'm just so impressed with this print. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And then she also sent, and this is from Kathy MH. Is that how she wants to be?
Oh, that's how she is on here. So, yeah, that's probably appropriate.
Now, what I'm really thinking about, and this is what reminded me, and I started digging, of course, when I was actually trying to put some things away and found some things.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, that's how it happens with these embossed papers. Because the thing that I found, well, I'll talk about that in a minute, but let's just show you this really cute HTC.
Hi, Susan. That's okay. We've just been yammering about things. Hello, Miss Allie K.
Isn't this wonderful? Can you see it? Can you see it?
That's
wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful, crummy, what do we call that?
Mealy.
Pebbly, mealy.
In the best way ever.
And some bee things there.
Bee thing.
And look at the texture on that leaf. I don't know that is intentional, but it certainly worked out quite well. And this is from Kathy. And the other side is just wonderful. Look at that. The wonderfulness is Kathy Morgan Hearts.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm going to hand that over to Mariah. I'm actually going to keep that envelope because I need it.
She came and got some.
I came and got some, but then I put them away, and I don't have them out here. But
in there for right now.
all right, this needs to go into our
Yes.
up there on
Happy
our wall.
mail business.
All right, well, you know, I've been working on the leaves, and I went ahead and worked on some. This is the one that I totally, put the pink on.
Yes.
And I got it off there quick enough that
I told somebody you were still talking about that darn pink situation.
Well, Fran mentioned it too.
Yeah.
Is Fran here today?
Fran. Hello, Elizabeth.
That hasn't showed up yet, but she wanted to know if I could
Hi,
duplicate
Donna.
this process that I did on the back here, and I told
Hello,
her,
Danielson.
not sure. Some of that pink even leaked over to the back. Look
Tracy.
at that. It's evil stuff.
Pink.
Pink. But
Pink
I
and
went ahead
things
and
up.
came back in. I completely covered the whole thing with texture gesso.
Wonderful.
Yeah. But that's a good one. And I worked on both of the blue ones, the purple ones. And
I think so too, Susan.
what is it?
She thinks the pink gave it some nuance.
Well, perhaps.
It wouldn't be the leaf it was today without that.
I don't know if I agree with that. I was horrified. And a lot of you were. I think Mo didn't say anything because she wasn't at her computer. She'd fallen to the floor and was gagging. That's what I'm thinking. Anyhow, so Fran said, are you going to leave those leaves purple? Well, I'm going to leave this one purple, but
Hi, Sharon.
we're going to do something different to this one. And then I'm hoping that I get enough of an impression off of this that I can then pull it back onto... I'll lose my stem, but I think that'll be okay.
Yeah, sometimes. Stem's gotta go.
Stem's got to go. And that's okay. You can always add a stem.
Yes.
Stem's not a big deal.
And hello, Tian Tagal. Tian Tall.
And
Tall
I could demonstrate on this one, but I really like the colors on this one right now, and I think I can come in with colored pencil and take care of this blue. And that's really what we're going to try to get rid of on this.
Okay.
Okay. And then eventually I'm planning, look at this, isn't this beautiful? Now, would you tell me the name of this? Because when I put it away today,
Hello, Lindsay.
I forgot. What is this stamp called?
It is called the Folk Art Floral.
Okay.
I know, that's why the Folk Art Floral. It like,
Folk Art Floral. That's really good because it does kind of remind me of some Pennsylvania Dutch designs in its entirety. But I'm going to make a possum pouch out of this.
Y'all asked, what's a possum pouch? Because I did. I was like, what?
You don't get to know quite yet.
Just keep it in your mind.
Okay. So that's going to be our project today. But I've got to show you this other stuff first because I was just, when I was digging around trying to find some more envelopes, because I just knew I had some. Of course I didn't. And I had to go get some. I found this. Look at this. Does this qualify for our color combo? Combo. I don't know. It's not right. Combine means two things, but I guess combine. You could just keep combining. Yeah.
Multiple things.
I
Combo.
think it does. So I was looking at it. I was going, well, darn, I didn't glue that down very well. And then I just lifted the whole thing up and suddenly remembered. Aha! I remember there was two reasons.
I do.
I needed something here, but I just didn't know what. And I needed it because it was going into my circle journal. Right? Circle journal.
Thanks, Mo.
And is she saying yes, that's why she didn't talk for a while? She was getting up off the
No,
floor.
she's just handling business.
Oh, good. All right, well, we'll talk later, Mom.
She wants to know
Anyhow.
your condition on the pink.
I know I'll have to get rid of, and I'm not really fond of that side, although I did spend hours on that thing.
They're very different sides.
Yeah. Well, that's how I am. I'm a very versatile kind of person. I saw that look, Mariah, and I interpreted it for exactly what it was.
Judgment.
Judgy. We're going to talk about that on Thursday. Judgy.
Judgy.
Okay, so I didn't glue this down because I wanted to see this cool thing I had in here, and this is a tissue paper thing that I glued down.
And I don't know if y'all remember this, but you've seen it before. I don't know if it was here in the stream, because I told Pete, I was like, I think you did this during a stream.
See the bee?
Y'all remember that? I told her that Mo would remember. But she's altered it, so.
I have. Well, I did come in with
addition.
a little bit more limey green. I knocked back some of the really dark indigo, and I had to be very careful because I wanted to leave that little swath of gold down there. And if you put texture paste over gold, it's not so gold anymore. But then I remembered why I didn't put this into the book. I really would like to frame this because I think it's really... But then I was thinking, if I framed it, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, you could have it like just in a little shadowy boxy thing.
With a little door on it.
Yeah. So not everybody knows, but you know, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Okay, so getting back to this thing here. This is done with that how I crinkled up the paper, made the texture on the plate. Remember that?
And I think that was around about when we were crackling.
Crackling, yes.
It was a while ago.
Kind of making things look batik-y.
Crackling.
Susan will be excited about that. So I think that this would this type of thing, if you don't have a good, you know, crackle paper, which
Elizabeth Fulcomer says that it looks like raccoon pottery. She likes that too. She likes burnt things.
I do too.
I am not.
Mariah's not a big fan of burnt. I burned up one of her little pots, and I've never heard the end of it.
Yeah. See, I
have a raccoon pot back behind me, but I can't reach it because it's got a whole lot of stuff in front of it that I'm very fond of. This is a slab built pot, and the bottom popped off but it was so cool because it just went around the thing, and I super glued it back together.
Yeah.
Vern said that was acceptable.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He said if it's a really fine pot, you can do that.
And you're not judged for it.
And you're not judged for it. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking about. These little things is that, you know, that could be that kind of little flip-flop thing that you've got going on there that's sort of, you know, you don't have to announce it with a tab or anything. You can just make people wonder about it and go, oh, darn, look, they didn't glue that down.
You didn't want to put a lift here.
Oh, wow, look.
Lift here.
Yeah. Okay, well,
continue your journey.
I'm being slightly sarcastic, but not really. Okay, and I can't talk about this. I've finished my postcard.
Hi, Carol.
But I want to make it a surprise when I find out who my postcard partner is.
Have you heard from your people? Has your stuff arrived yet? I'm getting kind of worried.
No, my well, I think so. I don't know that I've received my ATC. Yes, I did.
You've gotten your stuff. Has the stuff you sent, which I sent to them?
I don't know. Let me call them out, and they can they can tell us if they have.
Don't show people's addresses on the internet, folks.
Okay.
Mo is the link master. She's very quick.
Okay. So, yes, Sherry sent me her cards. Sherry, have you received yours?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. Sherry Brown Lalonde, you need to let us know. Yuta, have you seen yours? She's in Canada, so that may be.
They both are.
Oh, yeah, they are.
But, like, it should have
been. One's in Ontario.
I know. It should be
One's
there.
in BC. It should be. So, y'all need to let us know. Okay? So we can, you know, get after it and get you a new whatever. And
Who's it,
I
what's
don't know.
it?
Who's it, what's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Lynn. How are you feeling? Hope you're feeling better.
Here's my gluing together of the outside of the zigzag, the zig and the zag.
Yeah, you.
And that yeah, it's kind of alligatory.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I just wanted to show you that. I
dun.
Whatever. Okay. Now what's next here? Oh yeah, we're getting back to leaves.
Oh, and a happy birthday.
Okay, so now here's what else, you know, and I'm going to talk more about her on Thursday. Is Amanda Trout.
Yes. Okay.
And you need to check her out before I talk more about her on Thursday, because I think she's really a very interesting person. She does some different things than we do, which I'm always up for that. But, you know, she talks a lot about your state of mind.
When you even start, even before you start something.
Yes. And she talks about, you know, where your head needs to be in order for you to make personally rewarding artwork and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm like all about that. And the thing about it is she does do art, but she talks a lot before she does art. And usually I'm not interested in that. But she's not talking about the process. She's talking about your emotional, where your soul is in the on the path.
Yeah.
And I really, I think we all kind of maybe need that a little bit. I do. And one of the things that I do,
I liked her approach to it.
I
Because
did.
sometimes
It
that
wasn't-
stuff,
yeah.
I'm like, all right.
it just makes me
touchy-feely.
uncomfortable. It's a little too touchy-feely. And I'm sorry. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. So I don't watch that. But her approach is just, I don't know.
It was
It
different.
doesn't-
I noticed that too.
It doesn't offend me. It's not off-putting. I like it. And so one of the things that I do when I really don't know what to do.
Hey, and if y'all go ahead and watch some of our videos and let her know that you came from here. We like, as content creators, we love that. We love to know when and where people came from. It isn't just about,
No.
us being, I mean, of course, I'm all about some self-promotion. But it is also very helpful to the other channels because it says, oh, you know what, I might need to connect up with them because we have similar audiences. And so we would love to, that's like when we talk about all of our already friends here in chat, and then many of you that have channels and things of that nature. That's why we do that. So, yeah.
And I have not reached out to her yet, and I'm very reluctant. Mariah doesn't mind at all. She just, jumps on it, and probably she would be the best person to do that with. But what I really was impressed with is she talks about little simple things that you can do just to get your head out of a funk. One of the things that I do is I put on a documentary that I can listen to. And that's why I was listening to that one the other day about the marriage of Queen Victoria and Albert. And then I can just glance at it every now and then, if they're doing. But I can just sit here and mess around with my colored pencils on a piece of crap paper. And sometimes this crap paper turns into some really cool stuff.
Like those little cards that she showed you. Some of that started out.
That's
Lots of it.
exactly how that started out. And it already has some great mealy stuff going on here. And I know that I can always go over this with texture, with the clear texture gesso, and then redo it in whatever I want to do it in. But that's what I do when I'm listening. I know I talked to Violet once, and she said that's when she crochets. Because she can do that, and or she mentioned that in a stream or something. I don't know.
When we're packing orders, that's usually when I'm kind of watching and trying to catch up on people's streams and things. Now it's hard when it's a live stream because I feel like, oh gosh, I should be in there in the chat.
Right.
But a lot of the videos, I will do that because then I can, just listen and sort of, I can watch too.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because I'm doing this on top of this board. So it's kind of bumpy. So you can see out there in the outer edges where I've had it on this thing. It's kind of like I'm creating a texture unintentionally.
Unintentional texture.
Unintentional texture. But anyway, I just thought that was
Hello, Mary.
a nice little whatever. Let's
Hi,
get on with our
Diane.
names here. Hello. Is that Diana or Diane?
That's Diane
Diane.
from Down Under.
Oh, okay. I get, sometimes I'm talking to, it is Diana, and I'm really...
Serenity, is that who you're talking about?
Yes, Diana that's working with Miriam, and they're doing their collab.
Yeah.
And I've been watching it, but and that's a lot. I worked on my leaves when I was watching theirs yesterday. Plus, that's right at my lunchtime. Their stream starts right after ours, and I'm starving. And so sometimes I don't comment as much because my plate's right here and my camera,
Puts her things up there.
And I can't reach to type because I can't do that. But I want, is Sharon here today?
Nope. No, I haven't seen her yet.
Well, I'm showing.
Somebody holler at her.
Yeah, I'm showing what I did with your stamp, your hand.
And I'm sending out her samples soon. Sending out Michelle Sharp's samples soon. So
well, I stamped it. Then I traced around the edges with my ballpoint pen. Then I colored it in with some more gold. And I'm going to put my little quotation right down here.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, huh?
Very cool.
All right, so then on this side, this was one of the mushrooms that I just, you know, stamped onto the... I've kind of been working on it, and I did... This is, I think it's Carrie's leaf stamp.
Yes, that's the little one from...
Oh, and it's... Hey, I'm telling you.
From the set, the Flower Meadows set. I tell you, that's an awesome little set to have.
It really is, because you can create a pattern with it. Or you can create a design. You can create a border.
Well, it's kind of part of his border builders, you know, because he has the little other stamp sets. And so it was... Obviously, it started out as that one stencil, but then he's like, "Ooh, I think this would make great stamps," and we're like, "Yeah, heck yeah, with it." And so that's why we did that special launch of those. And you get, I think there's 10 of them in there, 9 or 10, I can't remember, but you know.
Anyway, yeah, in with the flowers.
Yes.
Okay, so I used that just to create that all over textured background. I came in and I'm working in here with some color. I don't want it to be too terribly bright. Mm-hmm. But I thought I needed some color.
Yeah.
And when I get completely finished with this, I'll probably glaze over it with some transparent overall color that just...
See, these are the little moments that just, you know, take a little mental note that the next time you see that, it will not be the same.
Yeah. Everybody, look at that.
Just a mental note.
Take a screenshot. It will not look that way the next time you see it. All right, so we've got this piece of paper. We want to keep that. It's a real... I'm not sure what exactly it was for. We're going to put the possum pouch aside because we don't need that right now. But we don't want to lose it. Mm-hmm. All right, this is the one we're working on, right? Yeah. We might get to that one.
Is it okay to clear gesso dried piece of paper on gel plate?
Is it what? Okay, read that again.
No. Okay, is it okay to use a clear gessoed... Oh, it's dried piece of paper. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. We just wouldn't put that texture gesso on the plate just because of the grittiness.
And I can't see it.
You can't see it.
I don't know if it's there, and it's
ghosting.
Whatever. Oh, I know what I need to pull.
Okay, Brooks.
I've been waiting for days, Mariah.
I know. I was supposed to come up and film it, but here you guys go. Just do it during the stream.
This is another nod to the color.
I need an assistant.
Yeah, and you can tell it's been on here a long time because look, the
sucking the oil out.
Oil has permeated up through. Oh, I should give that a bit of a crackle. Ooh, that was not. I didn't like how that sounded.
No.
That didn't get well attached.
Unattached. Oh, I haven't finished it yet. I may end up finishing that this coming Monday. Susie, thank you for asking.
What is it?
They wanted to know how Fleur turned out. I did post a picture. You know, I did change the thumbnail to that stream. So if you want to kind of check that out, you can see a little bit of it there, a little more up close. I should post something in Makers, huh? I don't post in Makers as much as I should.
I posted some. Mariah gets mad at me sometimes. She says I bomb it.
Well, you used to, especially in the very beginning. I'm like, nobody's going to come in because it's like all just her reposting things. I'm like, that's not very...
Hey, the things that I repost are really awesome, and you just need to take note.
Well,
there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to love it.
She isn't hearing me on what I'm saying. It's not the quality. It wasn't even necessarily the quantity. It was timing. Because it was like you at one after another, and it's like, is anybody else in this group? Hello.
Oh, I don't know. You know, sometimes that's kind of how I roll.
Yes.
Roll.
Yes.
Okay, you can see we've lost a little bit of our color out there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, these are Becky Bokerns. Zig or zag. I can't. One goes one way, one goes the other. You know, zigzag.
Yeah.
Mo has put a link.
Okay. Thank you, Mo. I'm running low on mine. But I want, if that were evenly distributed, I'd leave it on there. It wouldn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
But it's just these two little blobs, and I'm just like, okay, that's just really going to irk me.
Those are two blobs that would become like little weird focal points that do not need to be there.
You didn't necessarily want that as a focal point. Mm-hmm. But now look at this beauty. Even the part that, you know, the little lost paint
Right.
there. Look at that. Now, the chartreuse really could have used a little bumping up, but remember, I think I used a really, I used one of the, what did I use?
Well, you kind of mixed it.
Oh, I did.
I think.
And I should have just brought this booger out.
Yeah, that really is it.
But I didn't think of it until afterwards. But I think I've got a nice range of terracotta here. You know, anywhere from the dark terracotta up here into this kind of light. And that's really cool because, you know, it... And then I've got a good teal ombre there. That's so funny. Izzy, we get her this cereal, and they always have cool stuff on the box. But the side of the box, she says, Gigi, look at this ombre. Now, I mean, what 60-year-old do you know that knows what the word ombre is? Of course, it would be kind of weird if she didn't because she was here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Shazam. Nice.
I can just imagine that her teacher sometimes really wishes that she'd just shut the hell up.
Oh, Eddie said that if he didn't say this part of it, you know, if he says so himself, but I made a nice chartreuse today using Lucas Krill Fern and Liquitex Lime.
Oh, well, there you go. And somebody wanted to... for terracotta. Well, remember I mixed a variety of them last time. Some of them were not, you know, everybody said, oh, that's not. Hey, let me just tell you about terracotta.
Terracotta, it was what? They looked it up, and really all it is it's baked earth.
Baked earth. There you go.
Depends on what part of earth you're from.
And it should have a slight reddish cast to it. That's my definition.
I think
so. There's a wide range there, in my opinion.
Yes.
In my humble, or not so humble opinion. All right, I'm getting this back. So, what are you? What?
Diane said my granddaughter told her, Kendi, like her kindergartner teacher, that their pencils were crap.
Yes. Yeah, and they are. I mean, once Izzy had used Prismacolors.
Yeah, it's just like, what are these other things? Why do you keep giving them to me? It's like, because you were abusive to art.
Yes. And she will tolerate the Amazon Basics.
They're pretty good.
They are pretty good. But when she wants to do some... I'm getting rid of this line around here because it could present a problem, and I don't want any straight-lined edges on my... Yeah. You know, if I'd really been on it, I could have cleaned that up right when it happened and been a lot happier because now I've got little clumpy, bumpy things out there that, really don't need those. Okay.
Indeed, Eddie. Indeed.
All right. So we're going to talk about our color here. We know that the red iron oxide over purple makes for a wonderful color. Right? Everybody understands that.
Yeah.
What I need to consider, okay, it's going to bump up the red there, but it's also going to
purple
out, brown out some of that blue. That's what I'm hoping for.
Calling your shots.
Calling my shots.
See if she puts it in the hole.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that just about plopped itself down out there. Oh, and I've got a little chartreuse one there. I have some. You know, I know Mariah wore that necklace. And those little, they kind of look like teeth. Little beads, chartreuse beads. Remember those?
Yeah.
Well, they're German.
Jawohl.
Jawohl. And I've had them for quite some time, and I think that they were considered to be,
what's going on with your brayer? It's making kind of weird noises and things over there.
What do you call it? Vintage.
What do you call it?
They were vintage when I purchased them. I used to do a lot of eBay purchasing, beads especially. Now see, that could almost qualify for terracotta in certain.
Exactly, Darcy.
What?
She said make drawing a sport, and they might start, offering up better art supplies and things.
Yeah.
Huh. That paper's looking quite nice.
It is. Look at that hand right out in the middle.
I know. Have you shown the hand? Have you shown your hand?
I have not shown my hand because I'm waiting for my partner.
Oh, do-si-do.
And I'm waiting, and that'll happen on the 8th. We will be assigned partner.
Oh, so you're ahead. I mean, you're ready.
I am.
Look at you. Oh, that's very nice. You did some deep lines on that one.
Oh, I did. I did. And I love that quality that you get, that surface quality that you get.
Game changer.
With the, okay, what did I do with the rest of my little jobbers over there right here? But you can still see down in the lines there's a little remnant of that. But I think that these look absolutely fabulous together. So really what I'm going for on the next ones that I do, I think I'm going to try and pull this with purple. So let's just go
Pulling with purple.
Pulling with purple. And that stuff dries so rapidly. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So many good things to say about that.
So many.
Just getting all kinds of little mucky moos.
I don't know what to say about
My
that.
purple. And I do wipe its nose, but it really gets down into that crevasse, that little teeny tiny orifice there. And those little teeny tiny...
Hey, and Tutu, it actually has, like, because remember, the reason that it looked three-dimensional is, in fact, it sort of is, because she basically embossed it with the pen. Y'all remember that from the last stream? Because I was done on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you went around her with it, too.
Oh, I did. I traced around her because I wanted her to separate from, you know, the rest of the leaf. And I'll probably do the same on this other one.
Hi, Kathy. Hey, we showed your stuff.
Yeah, we did. You missed it.
And once you can come back, there's always the replay. And those of you that, you know, have come in, always come back. Watch what you haven't watched. Leave a comment when you do come back and watch the replays. Let me give you a little, I'm going to give you all a little teaser. And I don't know, because I've thought about even just saying, even if you go back to all of the streams starting in the month of February. I'm going to sprinkle this out here for y'all. Okay. I am going to choose a stream. And it's going to be the stream that has, I don't know, I might choose 2 or 3 streams. And it's just going to be, for whatever reason, could be that they have the most comments. It could be that it had some of the best comments. And I'm just going to use it like that. Because what I'm trying to do is entice y'all to leave comments. Because it really helps the channel. But I also want to reward y'all for such things. We have some very, very exciting things coming up. I am hoping that we get close to our 9,000 subscriber mark in March, towards the end of March. We are going to do a March Madness week of P's birthday. Now, that was going to get a little... I mean, I don't know why it would be a big deal. But,
what is it?
Izzy's... field trip, I mean, not that we're going on it or anything like that, is that week. I think it is. Or I put it on the wrong date. I need to double check that.
Oh, yeah, she's going to the zoo.
I'm going to be choosing from those streams comments like we did before. We're going to do a comment picker. Might be 1 or 2 of those streams. We have some very cool stuff that was given to us from Gel Press. I mean, a lot of very cool stuff that will be given away. And that's going to happen during the March Madness, because it will be madness.
All right, I've got to leave this on here because it's not coming up.
Yes, it needs to dry.
It needs to dry, and I need to put lots of.
Yeah.
I need to stomp on it. I'm going to be really angry if I don't. Now the whole thing is, even though you cannot see the outline of the leaf, you know, right, boom, boom.
Right.
That's okay. Because remember, I'm going to go in with my ink pen after this dries and I pull it off of here to do those details like I did on this one.
Yes.
And actually on this one, I can come in and do different things to the goddess there and leave the rest of the leaf alone.
Yeah.
I could come back and add gold and just paint it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FYI, on that whole business, one of the other ways I think that we're going to do something special for our Artie Perk members on the website. Artie Perk members, paid members. And maybe even, you know, like we do a round of Artie Perk members that are also members here on YouTube. But for sure, it will be Loverly and Mucky Muck members on the website. So March would be a good time to become a member, because I think we'll up it during that time. Plus, that gives a little, you know, opportunity for you guys to think about, like, if you want to do that, or if you've got those wish lists going, maybe just hold it a little bit longer. Because, you know, crazy times during March Madness.
Yes. Okay. Now.
Yes, invite your friends. That's right, Kathy. Thank you.
On this leaf, I can't really see exactly what it was that I was doing there, and I don't even care. I just know that I want this to be sort of, you know, in the ballpark of my other leaves.
Yes.
And to that extent, I'm really going to go out and make it ever so slightly bigger to incorporate this edge here and have that be part of the cool thing of the leaf. When you do this, you need to press hard.
Hard.
Hard. And it's best to do when it's still slightly damp. Obviously, this is not, because...
Well, give it a little spray on the back.
You think that would work?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Well,
I mean, you got paint
on there, so I don't think that that's probably, yeah.
Yeah,
I think we passed that. Past
that point.
Okay, so basically what I do is I just think about, and I've got some cool lines to follow here, but I am pushing down really, really hard.
Must use a ballpoint or a pencil.
Or what?
Or a pencil.
Well, the reason I say a ballpoint is because the pencil, if you push down hard enough, you're going to be busting your lead, and you're going to be angry a lot.
Jeanette says put something cushion behind it a little.
That's a good idea. I do just happen to have this little hooter-doo.
That's that fun foam stuff.
Foam.
I know some of y'all have it. A lot of y'all have it.
Now, am I in camera here and you can see what I'm doing? Sort of, kind of.
I did tell them about that. I don't know if everybody keyed in on
When I
that.
get over here, I'm going to go out a little bit to incorporate some of that orange that is really not on the edge of the original leaf, but looks so cool that I just cannot
You can't resist that line?
Resist it. And really what I'm doing here, and remember I've already put my back on. So we talked about that, all right, everybody?
Back is on.
The back is already on, so we're just going to have to do one cut here. I won't have to worry about matching it up. God knows I'm terrible at that stuff.
Yes, definitely. You could use the stylus. You could use some of the clay tools. I don't know, that one might be a little pokey, like if it's the pokey one, but...
Yeah, and here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Because of the ink, it moves. That other is probably going to kind of catch on the edge there, the little ball thing. I just think a ballpoint pen is the way to go. I mean, who doesn't have one of those? And if you don't...
And even if it's one that doesn't work.
Yeah, even if it doesn't work. But I kind of like that. See how it does give that kind of a...
Bluish.
A little bit of a glossy stuff going on there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I apologize that you have to watch me do this, but...
It's all for the quest for another leaf.
Quest for another leaf. I wait to do the veining until I have it cut out, because then I can see a lot better about where I want to have my veins end up. And I like to have them end up in a place where, you know, it's logical that there's a little dipsy doodah. And I always put a wormhole in.
Yes. So Deb says there are ball-tipped embossing tools that are sold seriously cheap on Amazon. Different size ball tips.
Well, there you go.
You want to get real serious about your embossing. Size matters.
It do. Not always, but.
You know.
And as far as the little ball of, the little jar of balls I have, the small ones are actually much better.
Why do you always like bringing up your...
Well, because you talk about size matters. And sometimes smaller is better.
That's your most favorite reference of
It's
size lately.
Yes, the jar of balls.
Just update. She knows where they're at.
I do. And I put them back. Put both balls.
All
Both
balls.
jars of balls are in the same place now for easy fetching purposes. Now, if I could just find the clumpy ones that I dug off of Buddha, I'd be in,
Yeah.
hog heaven. Well, that's kind of poopy right there. We're going to have to fix that. Just, kind of end it. Kind of blunt and fat there on the end.
Oh, yeah, those, so Kathy says those sets that people do, and what is that called? I know there's like it's not
Copper
Reiki
plate
or
etching.
Rishiki or something like that, but anyway, that they do those dot.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what you're
The dot
talking about.
art.
Yeah.
The mandalas, yeah.
Yeah. That makes me...
And thank you, Mo. Yes, of course, we do still, in the month of February here, we have the promotion for the heart stamp. That one right there. If you place an order for $50 or more, get that for free.
And remember when you're going along here, and even if you've got a line that looks fairly straight, just give it a wiggle. Remember, pretend like you're going down a cobblestone street in a Model A Ford. Yeah, I know y'all, that's a really meaningful. I don't know, there are probably people here that are, okay. There's our stem.
I think everybody's been somewhere where there's a cobblestone road.
Yeah, Trinidad, Colorado has a bunch of really wonderful, and actually, I shouldn't say this, they'll wonder where their brick is. I dug one up when I was
She's a brick thief.
slightly inebriated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in Mimi's fireplace. It says Trinidad.
I remember that brick. We should go back there and get it.
We should.
Because
I brought it home in my suitcase, and it wasn't light. And it's really funny, because our chief of police, well, I mean, he was also the only police there, would meet the bus if it stopped in Holly, and people were getting off because it was late at night. And, it was just one of those little quirky things. And
just to make sure people were safe and everything.
and
That's
Officer
so nice.
Augustine, I can remember him. And I see his son on Facebook sometimes.
We're in Saxy.
Helped me unload my luggage.
He was like, what the hell?
And he
Is
said,
it a brick? Yeah, it is.
No, I didn't, because I didn't want him to go through my luggage and discover
Where'd you get this
I
brick?
just said, oh, there is a lot of really heavy things, and I think there's some books in there. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, there is that. All right. So, same process here. We're going to trace around the goddess. Heavy pressure.
Heavy, heavy.
Heavy pressure. You're making a little indentation there.
Hey, Christy.
And we do have to remember, and I noticed that I didn't have, I haven't yet.
You need to send Margie down to Grandma Francis's to get that brick.
I will.
Because
Tell her.
isn't her house pretty much falling in?
I think it is. It was it was an old house when Mimi lived there. I mean, and it had been moved in. It was not like pristine, and that was just,
It was always an old house.
It was always an old house in the process of falling apart. And the only reason it didn't is because they just kept after it. But once you move out of a house...
Oh, yeah. There wasn't anything keeping
the critters...
and things.
And so every fall we would go through this ordeal of the skunks trying to move into. Remember that, Mariah?
Oh, but
Her bathroom always just smelled like skunk.
Yes.
Oh, and the reason was because the skunks lived under the bathroom.
That's
There was a
why?
little crawl space so they could get to the pipes and whatnot, right underneath the.
Where it was warm.
And then the skunks would go under there, and so we used to fight with the skunks. No, I think a lot of times the skunk, because you know. You'd move one family out, and the next one go, oh, well, they vacated. Okay, that family's gone. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. All right. So.
Y'all enjoying this conversation?
Yeah, the skunk conversation. All right, so I usually what I do is I start where there's definitely, and when you have these little notches, you have to remember that this is a really wonderful place. Pardon me.
All right.
Wonderful place to make your little shadow, because that would be going slightly under in a leaf. And I noticed I missed that one. Oh.
No.
Oh well.
Get that one later.
I'll catch it up later. And I just think about, here, I haven't finished out my middle. It's going to go right up through the goddess.
So best to have your goddess in place.
Best to have your goddess in place.
Otherwise, she's going to have a stem through her versus under her.
Yeah.
You know that song about the, going over and under?
No.
It was on the Wiggles, remember?
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Yes, I used to watch that with...
Izzy.
Well, with Ella Blue. It was so cute because she was, 2 when I was there? 2.5, 3. And so when her parents would leave, we'd watch the Wiggles for a while. I said, you ready to watch something else? She said, it must be appropriate.
I think she was older than...
Oh, my God.
But
what in the world have they done to this child? But anyway. They were a lot more proper. And Izzy is just, she's kind of feral. Yeah. We like her that way. Okay, so here we go.
Yes, the goddess in the middle. Oh, and just to let y'all know, so the goddesses that P has and the ones that Sharon's going to have, they're sample ones. So they were kind of like, the first cut. They are a full 3 inches. But per request, we thought best to make them a bit smaller. So when you order them, the ones you get will be 2.5 inches. We just don't want them to go to waste or anything. So, samples are different. That way they can fit the ATCs a little bit better. These would still sit in there, but they're going to be, a little
right at
kind of right at the edge.
Yeah,
size matters always. If they tell you it doesn't, then
they're lying.
They're lying. You really are getting quite good at these. How many of these leaves are you? You said 5? Is this the 5th?
I think that would be the 5th. The one that's over there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, that would be number 6.
Oh,
I might put that in the giveaway.
With a little half dozen.
I don't like that, you know that.
Okay. Well, one's going to get mailed out. See, I'm not even going to say that, Eddie. Gets her fired up. That's right. If you know, you know. Did you hold it up into the technology?
Okay.
Is that pen black?
Yes, it is.
I thought it was blue. But maybe it was because, I don't know. Oh, because you had put the color shift.
Oh, yeah.
That other one. So that's why it was kind of hitting a blue hue.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Raven. You are really becoming quite good at these.
I know. Well, I'll just, when I get through with the leaves, and it doesn't matter because I may use them on different pages. And they're not all going to fit in the possum pocket anyway, so it's just going to be a kind of thing where, I can place them in different places in the whole thing. Okay, now.
So if you if y'all want to know how she sort of got to this state, that was done over on the Sunday stream.
Yeah.
So
this is the leaf we started with.
That was the very first one, right?
Yeah. And then these, I don't know which ones came. And then this was the one, definitely one that we did.
Yeah, she stamped that during the stream and everything, but yes.
Yeah.
Stamped it on.
And then this one is the original that had pink applied to it.
And if you're wondering why this particular got it, see, she came with a heart, but P just, ripped her little heart out.
I did not, just covered it up. It's there buried. She doesn't want to show it to the world.
Yeah.
All right, let's check and see the progress of our... Hopefully this is going to... At least some of it. Ah, yes. There we go. Oh, beautiful.
Oh.
Look at that.
Very nice. And didn't even have to dry that long, but it needed to.
It needed to. Okay, now before we start defining, we've got some wonderful leafnesses going on there. We need to make a backing for it. And this one already, and see, this is cool, look. When it goes through to the back.
Yes.
Lines. Remember, this is
bonus.
This is where we're going to put our...
That's debossed.
Yeah, I really pushed hard on that, but I think it helps if you have this foamy thing, so if I ever mentioned that.
Thank you, Jeanette.
Thank you. That's certainly... Okay, I have to do a background for this, and I'm going to do copper because I promised Fran I would do something in copper. Where's my good copper? It's hiding out here.
A good copper.
My good copper, one that's like really, really coppery.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's not it. That's...
No, and they are free-handed. Although P was asking about getting some leaf stamps, but I don't think we would ever make a leaf stamp that big. But we could make masks.
That would be good because then I could use those.
Yeah, for a little more mass production.
But yeah, yes. Here's the other thing.
But instead of spending 8 days making leaves,
we already have some leaves that are in stencils that could be transferred and made into smaller versions of themselves.
Yeah, for stamps.
For stamps.
But, no, and here's the thing. We do actually have some pretty cool leaves. We have Rhonda's leaves.
That's what I'm talking about.
And those are stamps as well. Some of them.
Well,
we have the one.
I can't find it. I don't think I got that stamp.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Well, if I did,
You want me to dig through your boxes?
Well, you can.
Do you want it next?
I dug.
Have you been looking for it?
I have.
Oh, well, here, hand me those boxes. I'll look through them real quick.
Okay, I will. I just, and I was going through this and I was going, I know I've got a leaf stamp somewhere. It's not, but when you find it, would you please write on there or would you highlight it or?
I'm going to laugh my booty off if you did write it on there.
Yeah. Yeah, if I did. I just didn't. But I was looking for my circles the other day and I couldn't find those. So when I found them, I highlighted them with a red pencil. God. When your eyesight starts failing you.
Yes.
It's just other things. Yeah, that can happen. All right, I'm still looking for a really nice copper here to put on the back of this. And let's just go with this one here. Okay, this is some of the Chocola that we got in copper. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh.
And it's about half the price of golden. What?
Deb said, I'm in suspense, waiting to find out what the awesome copper paint is.
Okay. Oh, that's not it. I don't like that at all. I've already got that blued out there, so I'm just
That's not the one, Deb. Hold on.
hold on. Hold my beer. I'm getting it. There we go. Iridescent copper fine.
That's the one.
That's the one. See that swatch they've got there?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much true. We've got a little bit of this other stuff out here, but I don't think it's going to matter much. But look at that. You can see the difference. I'm going to hold it up into the technology.
Wonderful.
So that you can see the difference between those. Little bead at the top is a chocola. The one underneath is golden iridescent bronze.
Giving the goods.
Oh, but see, that's kind of nice because we'll have a little bit of variety within the... Just don't want any straight lines. I'm really trying very hard not to get straight lines. And I'm putting down the Richardson paper.
It's really
I
cool
meant to have some of that cut up. Did not do that. Apologize for that. And a lot of things could be elsewhere, but my stamps would either be in there or...
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have any... Just
You don't have any other stuffy holes.
moving around the cabinet.
It's true.
It's always nice to trim your paper to size before you do it, but it's not it's not a deal breaker if you didn't.
That's right.
Just trim it off right like that. Having things falling out all over the place here.
Quick announcement, because I didn't really do announcement thingies today, but that's fine. If you haven't signed up for swaps, you need to be doing that. I know we talked a little bit about the swap things earlier there, but please, you know, make sure that that happens, because I think tomorrow's the last day. 7th. 7th
Yes,
is usually the
because
last
they're
day.
announced on the 8th.
Yes. Also, there are quite a few people that are mixing color combo, collage prompts, and this, that, the other. If you are one of those people and I haven't seen your video and I haven't put it in, and you look on the playlist and you don't see it there, let me know. I mean, I'm doing my best, but it's best to message me. And that's all Makers Creative Collab comboing business. I haven't really decided if I should be putting... So y'all let me know. Should I be putting all Makers... I mean, even if it isn't technically a Makers Creative Collab, if it's like a color combo and collage prompt, I kind of feel like it's... Like, everything's morphing into... It's all Makers Creative Collab.
Yeah.
Y'all let me know. I don't really have a feeling about it one way or the other, but then I was feeling bad because it's like, well, I'm trying to put videos in a playlist, but I don't want anybody to feel left out if they felt like they had participated, and when indeed they did.
Oh,
It's just I was being technical about a Makers Creative Collab. Because if you combo it all together, I'm for sure going to put it there. But if it's just a color combo video, I may just spotlight it and not put it in with the Makers Creative Collab. I hope I'm making sense to y'all. I know some of y'all I do, but some of y'all, when I try to explain this stuff to P, she doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I can't find my gloss. I don't know what happened to that.
Oh, here. Is this what you're looking?
Oh my gosh! No wonder I couldn't find it.
Is this
Well, I'll just matte this because I'm not going to do the other side. And I need to. Finish
Oh, you found the other mat though.
Yeah. I told you yesterday. It was underneath something. Over there.
Oh. So you.
It was second. It was second layer. You know how it happens about that second layer stuff. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Lisa. Thank you.
Oh, this was not a good brush to use for this. way too soft. This is a good one to put texture gesso on with, because then you don't have so many of your lines. You need a stiffen.
A stiffen?
A stiffen for this particular process, and that was not it. I've got a lot of stuff out here. Maybe I can squish it out.
Oh, yes. We have, so we have Miriam's salad bar, which has very leafy stuff going on in it. And then Joan's leaf motifs. Those would be good ones, too.
Good old AARP.
Okay, I'm going to come grab that one last thing.
You didn't find it, did you?
But it could be in this very last one.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe.
Maybe.
My thumb hurts and I don't really know why.
Okay, look at that. Nice and...
Huh.
Did you find it?
I did. Now this is the big one, because it comes in 2 sizes. I don't even know if you've ever used that. That looks pretty pristine.
Well, you pass it over here and I'll proceed to use it.
And then there should be, yeah, and there's the smoke lady. Here.
I didn't write it on there, did I?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm getting to that. Hold on.
I've got to seriously change my paper, but I'm not going to do that right
Yeah,
now.
you should talk about it a couple
I
more
should
screens.
talk about it some more. Just make sure everybody has heard me say, you know. I'm going to. Okay.
I'm fixing to do that.
I'm fixing to.
Okay.
All right, so we've got slightly wet whatever here. So now we should get some really excellent indentations. And I can kind of see my, outline of my leaf here. And I went off. Needed to do a little bit better job of placing that on the page, but we'll make it work.
Okay, so Devin's going to be doing a color combo video that will not be part... Okay, so I will put that like in the spotlight. But I think if you at least put 2 things together, I feel like it's part of the Makers Creative Club. But if you do just one thing, then it's a spotlight.
It's what?
A spotlight.
Oh.
I don't know. This is me overthinking things.
Yeah.
Out loud to y'all. This is the stuff I think about at night.
Just in case,
In case y'all wanted to know what keeps me up at night, it's these sorts of things. Really, actually, I don't have problems going to sleep, but it wakes me up about 5 a.m. After I have processed throughout the night. And then I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah.
I think
No,
outlines
no.
are merely suggestions.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I go through life.
Mm-hmm. It's how Texans feel about speed limit signs.
Mm-hmm. I know, and I used to always get stopped in this one spot, Colorado. We'd go the back roads to Denver, and you could, out in the middle of nowhere. You were lucky if you saw 2 cars in the entire drive. And I swear to God, this policeman would sit there on that little side road right down a little hill with his gun on. He caught Scotty going down.
That's my dad.
And he caught me going back up.
I don't know you people.
He recognized seems to be a family problem. I said, well, you know what? My foot is just not comfortable at 55. He says, get a brick.
She's like, I have one.
Yeah.
I stole that from Trinidad.
So anyway, I was like 2 points away from losing my license because I had so many speeding tickets. And Scotty was about the same. I think mine was worse. Because they would take off more points if you were going faster. I figured if you're going to get stopped for going over the speed limit, you might as well
make it count.
Make it count. Whatever.
Okay, so just to clarify, the leaf that P is cutting out is free-handed. Now, she's made reproductions of it simply by gel printing it. So it's kind of, you know, she had the first one, and then it created outlines on the gel plate whenever she did that other print. So she's sort of following that along with kind of drawing some new lines and whatnot.
Well, I had to because some of them were kind of got lost in the shuffle there.
Which makes each one unique. Now, back to the Makers Creative Collab. I highly recommend watching if you guys really kind of want to, you know, remember or get a better sense of everything. If Mo, will you put this? Yeah, okay, she put the spotlight videos there. But if one of y'all will put the link to whenever we talked about all of the different events. That means, so whenever I do the announcements and I talk about, okay, well, there's the color combo, there the collage prompts, then there are the, there's Makers Creative Collab, which is just the kind of little theme that goes around. And like this month is Love, Leap, and Seal It. So yesterday, I took not only then the Love, Leap, and Seal It theme, comboed that in with the color combo, which is the chartreuse, turquoise, and terracotta. Those are the three main colors. Then you can mix in the other stuff, blah, blah, blah. Information over there on Makers. Along with the collage prompts from Eddie. So I comboed it all together to really get, you know, that whole Makers Creative Collab. And yes, when you are posting it, especially those of you that are content creators, if you include all of those hashtags, then you end up in those threads. Threads meaning when you click those, then all of the videos that were made that have that same hashtag are then put into the search feed. Hope I explained that. Like, I want to keep kind of explaining it because I know that it's complicated. Because every time I try to explain it to this one over here, she's like, I don't understand. And then she only listens like to half of it. One of these days we'll get all the way through it. And then she'll know, and then she'll tell y'all about it like she's known it for years. Because she likes to do that. Hey. But I like that about her. I like her confidence. Even when she isn't real sure.
It just
but she
bother
feels
me.
sure.
It doesn't hinder my... Okay, so we've got two little darling leaves here, which I do love these, and I have to use these, I remember.
Ooh, that's
I use these in my... I use the stencils in my book.
Yes.
In the book that's going into this book.
Because these
the
are
stencil
a
version
set
of
of masks.
And I just didn't, you know.
That's how I found Rhonda. She posted it over Makers, and I was like, these are really pretty. What are you going to do with these? Would you like to make this into... That's how we found Rhonda.
I'm wrestling with my paper towel roll over the floor over here, and it's winning.
Oh, that sounds fantastic, Nancy. Have fun.
Okay.
Be good. Don't have too much fun. You're hosting. You can have all the fun you want.
Yeah, that's right. And if they don't like it, they can go home.
Yeah. When she had posted that in Makers, I was like, I gotta grab this up.
See these? This one's done with this one down. This one was done with the hard surface of my, just the table.
Mm-hmm. There's a difference.
There'll be a difference.
Sharon. Do you have to be a paid member to participate in? No. Okay, no. The collab. Okay. We highly encourage anyone and everyone. You don't even have to be necessarily part of Makers. Now, where we post all the information where you're going to get details for a majority of the things is going to be in Makers.
So you do need to.
So that's Facebook.
Facebook.
Makers and Mixed Media Art Artists Facebook group. That's where you're going to get all the big details. Now, that being said, if you want to create videos and post videos and do any of that stuff, that's where the hashtags and that sort of thing come into play. But if you are not on Facebook, but you still kind of want to participate and you want to grab up some of those hashtags and utilize those on your community page, because once you have a profile, a user, you have an access to post to to your community, I assume. I don't know. Do you have to have a certain number of... I didn't really think about that. You might have to have a certain number of subscribers.
All
it was
right.
that way at one
Look
point.
at that. Finally got a really awesome knife. Did you see me elephant stomp it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Elephant stomping's recommended.
Also, keep in mind that she was doing this over paint, which creates a little different surface.
It really does, and I'll just show you. See, I can get it pretty good.
Yeah, I love that you're doing it right behind your head. But you should show that then afterward. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Sort of.
Well, and that's
It
probably
makes you need to eat.
because this is right here covered with some muck stuff, and it's going sunk down on my piece of paper that I've been using over there. Oh my goodness, what I have actually have a pokey hole in there.
Yeah, or on Instagram, anywhere. Like, if you have a preferred platform that you post your work, if you are Pinterest, all about the Pinterest, and you have boards out the wazoo, create a board. Put the hashtag on it. It will be searchable in the, internet.
Absolutely.
I'm sure that Pinterest is probably utilizing hashtags as well. I can't imagine what platform isn't.
Yeah, there's that. Okay, now this leaf here, I can actually use that one as much as I did this when I
Thank you, Mom.
put some stuff on the back.
No, because it's on top of the paint, so it's gonna.
It is, and it takes.
Even though it's archival,
Because see that right there? That was sticky stuff right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
on
wet.
Hey, Abby.
Because this is what I used. Hi, Abby. How's Trish?
I think Trish was here, right?
Well, I didn't see Trish, but
Yeah.
Abby's here?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Hey, and you know what the other day came up in my feed?
What?
Was the comparison between the texture paste. Golden.
And we're still looking for that page, aren't we?
We're still looking for the page, but I found the video.
Fantastic. I told her, I was like, we got a video about that.
But yeah, we do. And there's 3 different ones that we compare.
Mm-hmm. The golden one was a weird gray one.
Yeah. And kind of slicky.
And kind of slicky.
I didn't like it.
And that was before they came out with, though, I think they're more kind of light and fluffy-ish.
Okay, so y'all got the down low on this whole thing.
Y'all note up?
Note up. Okay, excellent. Put that up there.
Do you want me to, are you keeping the leaf stamp, or do you want me to put it back?
I think I'm going to keep it out here because I've got some others that I want to
Stamp it up.
Stamp it up, and I might even use some of your embossing thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I don't have an outlet over here that I can. I'd have to drag it across or do it over there, and yeah, I don't know. All right, well, let's get some stuff on this one. What are we going to put on this?
I know, I always have to go back, which is one of the nice things, because each month the current events are in the featured area, which, had I known that they actually have an events tab,
All right,
I wouldn't
we're
have
going
followed
to be
that,
very, very brave. We're going to do some micaceous iron oxide. I know. It may be a total flop.
Oh, good. I'm glad we're setting the bar low.
Yeah, I've already got some stuff on this plate.
Always best to do that.
Yeah.
Well, you got 40 minutes.
Oh dear, well,
I know.
I'm running out of things to do.
Are you?
Yeah. I think.
Well, if that's the case, I can switch to, well, but by the time I got the camera set up, I really want to finish my page with my Seal. And see, although I need to print out Seal, the singer, I'm going to pop him out behind the other Seal. I just think that's funny. And then I need to add a Seal, which then I was like, oh man, I don't know if I kept a few of them, of the ones that Darcy sent me. Because then a Seal, and a Seal. Getting better.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is not getting better and better for her,
this
but
whole
it's
Seal thing.
it's hilarity to me. Hilarity.
All right, I got to get rid of this black here. This is
Yeah, it's messing you up.
messing me up.
I know.
All right, let's see what this baby does. Pressure.
Yeah, I hope you don't mess that up. You'll fix it.
Oh, it's not gonna. It's light enough that it's not gonna. I'm trying to get those edges to kind of
Oh, I will, Susie.
get some of that stuff on them because they're kind of white and that.
Well, and I was even telling Brad that if I can get up here and do a video, I might just finish it as like a fast video. Or do you guys want me to finish it on stream? Let me know.
Boy, it didn't pull a lot of. I don't know.
Devin says, now is that like,
Well, here, look what happened here. Good old.
oh, you just dried up.
And the reason this other one didn't was because I did so much pencil work on it. This one here. That it didn't transfer at all.
Oh, because that's the ink.
Yeah.
Now it's that oxide. Keeps on giving. Wasn't sealed in.
Yeah, I don't know. I just do not know, and I've got a whole lot of stuff going on here. A little worried about this.
See, we needed you on Monday there, Yolande. So, seal in French is P-H-O-Q-U-E. Now, is the P-H like a F?
I don't know. Our
Well,
French is minimal.
I was asking Devin because
We should vent it French. That's his foreign language.
Well, we may have to add that in. And then Brad was like, well, why didn't you? Because Seal sings that one song, the love song, whatever it is. I think it was from Robin Hood, wasn't it? Look at me, sort of.
Well, you lost me at Robin.
Kiss to a Rose. Thank you, Mo. See, look at
What
Mo
is it?
even knows that.
What?
Kiss to a Rose was the Seal song that was in Robin Hood. Like
it
most
wasn't in
people,
the one I
most
watched.
people know that.
Wasn't in the one I watched. I just know Robin Hood and Little John. It's boring.
Okay. I'm just not going to stay here because I don't want to get, you know.
Because that's the Robin Hood I know.
Yeah.
And,
I don't
you
wanna
know,
get
that other one business. All right, well, this got a little bit dark. Hopefully we've taken care of a lot of that other stuff. But, you know, I'm not going to worry about this right now, even though it isn't really beautiful. And this one needs a lot of work here, but that's okay.
But those look good together with the blue goddess with the blue leafy
It really
thing.
kind of does, yeah. And see, we can just save that for another page.
She didn't want to give up her blue.
Yeah, well.
We'll see who wins.
Yeah. And what I could do here, this might be kind of interesting, is just to, you know, do a little leaf in a leaf here. Wouldn't that be cool? Sometimes wish I had a... Now, see, Mariah, that's what we could do. We could do the leaf inside the leaf here with that embossing powder.
Sorry. What? I'm very enamored with the conversation that's happening over here. Okay, you want to emboss something, which probably requires my skills. Okay, what? See, I heard emboss.
Seal was married to Heidi Klum. I don't even know who that is either. I agree,
See,
Darcy, and nominate you to sing it.
Don't start just reading out loud, chat, because there could get something that could get you in trouble.
I think it was in Batman Forever.
Oh, was that what it was? It wasn't Robin Hood. Well, see, it was sort of around the same time frame, right? At least give me that. Somebody could look it up. I'm sure it's on the internet.
It's on the World Wide Web. Okay.
The internet.
I don't know whether to use the little one or the bigger one.
Well, size matters.
Yeah, it does. Here, especially.
I think 2 of the little ones.
I'm not doing 2. I'm just doing 1.
Then do the big one.
I think I'm just going to do this little one right down here.
Don't ask me.
I told you a lot of times it's purely rhetorical, me asking whether,
She just likes to put it out loud.
I'm just thinking out loud. I don't really need for you to answer me because it wasn't what I was talking about. As he said, I wasn't talking to you.
She
I
gets that from
told her, I said, that is rude. Even if it's true, it's rude.
I tell her all the time that you are allowed to be certain ways. That,
Well, and yes. Okay, see where this is? Now, when you take it off, I want you to really concentrate. Really concentrate, Mariah.
Okay, that's fine. I'm concentrating. Now, what color of stuff, or you just want it glossy?
I think I just want it glossy because here's my thought.
Okay.
If you do glossy, then I can go around and do colored pencil to make it kind of stand out, but it'll look like a
Dewy.
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 Okay.
Dewy doo-doo. Okay.
Where? Oh, okay. You've buried.
Oh, this is lovely. Look at this wonderful stuff that's coming off of this plate.
I don't know if you know this, but...
Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, and it has texture. Because of the micaceous iron oxide. Sometimes I get really concerned because I don't think it quite pulls it all off. But that, it looks fabuloso. That can be another leaf. Or just, I could glue this down as the opposite part of, remember that leaf that we took off the other day, the gold one? That we decided we weren't going to do anything with it. Because it was just absolutely perfect as it was.
Yeah.
This one. We could glue these 2 together like this. And then they would be a leaf.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would work pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. So I just think that's so beautiful like that.
Hi, Becky. Hey, and Becky, I have stuff from Becky that I needed to show yesterday. It will happen. Just remind me on this coming Monday. Because I really want to go through that stuff. And then she was like, I can't believe you didn't show it. And then I'm like, well...
Robin Hood is British, except we don't talk about him wearing tights and pantyhose.
Mm-hmm.
And Eddie says knickers. I think knickers are loose. I think they called them hose.
Hose. If you know.
Hose. H-O-S-E. Not,
Yeah.
Not the kind that you water with.
Or this other kind.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what else did I have planned? I really actually didn't have anything else planned here. Which I know, that's kind of...
Shocker.
Shocker. I thought that it was going to take a lot longer. Oh, I've got this leaf. I forgot. Now we've got 7. Oh, that's a good number.
Yeah. All right, she's taking the one away that she was going to give you.
Yeah, sorry.
It's coming back.
Been used. And we've also got this mess to work with here. We could do, pardon me, we could do some stamping upon this. How's that working over there?
Pretty good. Well, so like when you were kind of trying to figure out your position, there was still some ink on that thing.
Oh,
So,
crapiola.
Yeah, so I'm sort of working through that and then tapping off what.
Bless your heart.
Now, I know this is going to be really hard for you to see, but if you'll kind of hold it at an angle, or I can try to tap off more in between it, but I think it might just be fine and dandy just as is.
Oh, it's fine and dandy. It's going to glob together and be just like a glossy leaf.
Yes. Okay.
And we already know that ahead of time. Okay, excellent.
All right. Hand that back nicely. And then
Now, what other colors of that stuff do you have? That powder stuff?
all kinds. Here, let
Well,
me give that.
okay, so think about this. If I stamp and do some of the same kind of leaf going off the page, is that work for you? Going off the page?
Yeah, I can do that. I don't see why not.
And then what I thought would be cool is then when we go back to plating. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh my, I had no idea. Well, I did have some of this idea here.
Yeah.
So, because I remember I did this on the top. This is a really lovely gold, greeny gold.
Mm-hmm.
The pink was puke.
So angry about the pink.
And this is really nice. That might be a good coppery.
All right,
the
hold on.
purple was kind of puke. See?
I like it.
I really want it more in the...
Oomphy, like smack you upside the head purple.
Yes,
Prison
dark
purple.
amethyst.
All right, keep going.
All right, now we've got... This is interesting. Didn't we decide this went a lot darker than what the little...
I don't know if we tested that one. To be honest.
It's ultra thick. Suze Weinberg. Boy, this is kind of pricey stuff.
Now I think so. Now Maya sent us some, and then also Sharon sent us some. I think they got like good deals on things.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Here.
All right, what is this?
You happy about that? I didn't want to put it on there too long because it's going to start bubbling up with paint.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, yeah, that's some stuff, Maynard.
Hi, Cheryl.
Okay. So, I am thinking... I don't know what this is. This is etched platinum. I don't want that. That's kind of pukey silver. I don't want that. Now, here's this turquoise. To mix some turquoise and...
Yeah, you can kind of mix them. It isn't an exact science by any means, but...
This is blue iris.
Mm-hmm. Or, hey, remember the other thing you can do is just stamp the color. So if you have the ink that you want, then I can put the clear over it.
Well, what about this? What if I use that? The new ink pads.
Yes.
And then we put this on top of the new ink pad blue.
I'm for it.
Let's do it, Mariah.
Let's do this.
Okay. So, I've got to move some stuff out of the way here.
Yes.
I don't know what.
You can hand the one stuff back to me.
No, I can't. I'm not quite finished with it.
Oh, good God.
I'm still looking.
All right.
I'm still looking. All right, so I want one of my, what did I do with the rest of my dadgum cards?
Now, so is this the color that you want? This broken china? I love this color.
Sure.
Okay.
What did I do with my black leaf? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Because I figure as long as you're doing this, you might as well just...
Oh, Jeanette says, so you apply the powder, heat it, add more powder, and then heat it again, it will change the color.
Like how?
Well, probably just its intensity. That's my assumption.
Okay, can you hand me the See, I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone here.
Okay, so you want this.
I want that.
Okay. Good golly.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I see it. It didn't go.
It was reachable.
It didn't go into the deep dark hole. You know, one thing I like about this stuff, you know, those other pads you can just stamp till the cows come home and you can't tell whether you've got a good cover or not.
Yeah.
But when you do these little jobbers, let me tell you what.
You know.
You know.
Hi, Reverend Sonia. Kiss from a Rose was both in Neverending Story and Batman Forever. Awesome. Oh, look at you. She's getting crafty. Okay, so then hand me the powder that you want.
Well, I kind of changed. Well, I don't know, though. I kind of like this blue.
I think
because it's a little more...
Well, I think it's going to go nicely with that one. Like, it's not going to look too weird. I think. I don't know. We'll see. You can mix different colors of embossing, but yes, we've done that. Sort of accidentally that we found out about that, but yes. It was a happy
What did I do with
situation.
My little one?
Oh, the little leaf?
Uh-huh.
I still have it. Well, and it's got kind of oily, but it's fine.
Is it fine?
It's fine.
Oh, it's acting a little bit different.
Yeah. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, this is way different.
Well, and it still had some of the ready business on there.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're going to put powder over it, so it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
No, Cheryl. These actually have been around for... In fact, I think, wasn't this one of the first stamps we did, I think. But they are by Rhonda. And they've been in the shop for a while.
All right, Mariah.
Okay, Patricia, let's do this. Okay, let's kind of go one at a time here.
Oh, okay. This is god-awful green. Mix it with some red and have a really nice brown, though. Oh, and here's some really deep blue. That's a good one. I do like this dirty gold.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's some purple, some mixed purple here. I should mix some more purple and then we can stamp some.
Yeah, that's a... And they were just talking about that they have, like, some of the folks here in the chat have mixed jars. And there's Yupo in that. Good golly. I tell you, they're in a place in this house that's safe from Yupo.
It'd be more of a blue violet than a red violet.
We are, and we mentioned that some of these powders came from you.
Oh, see, that's a really good purple. Right. Do I need to mix up more of it?
And not necessarily. I don't know.
this will be a never to be repeated color. That's going to be absolutely wonderful.
She's Swedish chefing over there.
I'm Julia Childing it. Oh, hot baby.
Yeah. Do you want me to use your mixture?
Yes, I
here?
do. I do.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's going to be wonderful. Oh, look at that. Nice and juicy.
I mean, I could probably put the heat thing on a little longer, but again, it's on top of gesso, so I'm trying to be a little bit...
Yeah, don't bubble my gesso, because that is a real...
Yeah.
That becomes another whole...
a whole thing.
Whole thing.
Not necessarily a thing you want.
No. No.
There are things that you want, and then there's things that you need, and then there's just
Things that you absolutely don't want. Making a really nice painty paper over here. Tapping off all that.
Tapping it off.
That stuff. Okay. That's a really pretty gray. It turns into silver. This, you know, as far as pinks are concerned, this is a good one. And it looks really, remember Mariah, we used it with, oh, here's your brush.
Oh, that's the, so like if you just kind of want to paint on the stuff that it sticks to.
Huh.
That's what that is.
You've got distress stain in here. Why do you have distress?
Well, that's that old stuff. I don't even think they make those dauber things anymore, and we acquired them. You had it from, like, I don't know when.
This is ultra thick.
I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm
interference blue. Ooh.
ignoring those of you in the chat. I do apologize.
And I think, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that.
And she has she has something to dig through. She's, you know.
Yeah, sorry, I squirreled. Eddie says that Becky's vintage. That's a good thing to be. I'm actually antique.
What was it? Darcy was saying that 25 years is vintage, but yeah, I guess after 25, or, you know, when's the antique?
50. I think, I don't know. I'm just making that up, y'all.
Probably.
I'd really like to mix these two, but kind of pretty gold. Oh, and here is your stamp pad. Re-inker. Did you know that was in here?
Which one?
Stamp pad re-inker this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because they do get kind of dry, as I recall.
Well, and then I have another.
Oh my gosh, here's the crackle medium. One step crackle. I can't do either one of them. And here's your coconut lip balm.
Oh, give me that. It's not very good stuff. It's kind of thick. Like it doesn't get creamy.
Oh, here's the 3 crackles.
Hey.
I can't crackle with any of them.
No, she couldn't. She thought it was like the product, but it turns out it's
now,
her.
Look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, I love it.
Now, the ink had already dried on those 2 big side ones. So that's why you see more of the bluish over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is definitely a win-win, don't you? I mean, look.
Oh, that I tell you, y'all are always here with the awesome
I think
tips.
you should keep that private in your handbags and Glad Rags.
Hi, and it's our London Anthony, or UK Anthony. What did we decide? See, you don't show up enough for me to remember, Anthony. That's a guilt trip.
That's what Mo said. Apparently 50 is as old as dirt. That was the theme of my uncle's 50th birthday party. No, I think you need to definitely. 50 is not dirt.
No.
Good God, no. You have to be much older than 50 to qualify for dirt.
Mm-hmm. I think so, too. I agree with that.
Thank you, Jennifer. And thank you, Mariah. Oh, I mean, look at that. That mixture.
I love it.
It's so interesting.
I didn't clean that one up very good. I'm sorry, but, you know.
Oh, I don't
feel like
care
I'm a
that
little
those
under
little
pressure here.
muck things out there. I love it.
Uh-huh.
Now we just need to gel plate those dudes.
Yeah, do something. You got like 13 minutes.
Okay, here, I'm going to hand this back to you.
Yeah, let me put things away, because that's what I do.
I'm sorry, I just bonked the camera. Okay, I think I've got all of
Y'all okay?
I really want some of this. Because I think this...
On what?
See, this looks so good with this. Don't they just look like friends? Friends. But the only problem is, once you've got the paint on there, you don't ever quite get the same effect. Now, we could do the goddess on a piece of paper and cut her out very carefully.
That would probably go better, because I worry.
Her down. So I would love her to be copper. Wouldn't that be great? Look, Mo.
Look that,
friend.
Mo. Hey,
they're both copper fans. Oh, and I have that one little envelope that you sent, Maya, and I'm definitely putting it in the...
Oh, antique items are 100 years old or more. But vintage is at least 20. There you go.
There you go. All right. Well, I don't have my goddess out, so we'll have to do that some other time. But remind me, because I do want to do that.
Yeah, the mixing powder thing, the embossing stuff is a...
Oh, here, one more.
It's fun.
Yeah, I love mixing up some stuff. That's when I get into it. Just give me
That's how you get her involved.
Let me mix up stuff. And I'll put up with the...
Or at least it keeps her occupied while you're doing other things. It's kind of like,
Okay, so that's going to work. This one's going to go over ever so... But that's okay. I guess they're both the same size. All right, well, that's good to know. Voila. So let's try some transparent red iron oxide and purple. And let's try to ombre it. Get it on there. Isn't that going to just be absolutely fabuloso? I don't know that this will work. The fluid acrylics really are not the best thing to ombre with, because they have a tendency just to get,
Well, yeah, because they
over each other.
They over each other.
They over each other.
They're over each other.
But we're going to give it a whirl. Give it a whirl. And I do that. Okay. Yeah, that didn't work out very well, but that's all right. We're just going to go a little bit there, a little bit there, a bit there, and that looks FP stunning. Okay, let's give this another little brayer here. Smooth it out. Come in with our the red iron overpowered the purple.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I love the blue in them.
Mm-hmm.
Purple.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful with
worries. No worries. Yeah, I mean, mine's Monday morning.
Oh,
so
look at that.
that's
Cool.
a tricky one to get to. Yeah, it's leaving some cool stuff.
Oh, I kind of knew that that would sort of happen.
And hello, Vix. I don't know if I said hello or not, but hello and welcome.
Those edges.
I feel like your paint's drying up.
It is. Yeah. It ain't coming up, folks.
You should just keep pushing on it.
I should just keep beating the crap out of it, and maybe it's like...
Maybe put some other paint down.
Put some other paint down.
It's a thought.
But now, here, look at this. This is what's cool. Even though it did slightly transfer paint onto the surface of the embossing, look how cool it looks.
Yes. And that's because you've got some funny things happening with the the white gesso that you put down originally.
Yeah. Now we can come back in and do some intensive, and this is not sticking worth a darn because it's gessoed on the back side.
It's gessoed all the way around.
It's gessoed all the way around. But let's just, what time is it? Do I have time?
8 minutes.
Okay, 8 minutes. I can screw it up in 8 minutes.
Okay. Then she'll fix it the next string.
Yeah, and I'll have it fixed by then.
I'll hide it from her so she can do it on string.
Yeah, because that's what she does. She doesn't bring it back when I send it downstairs to be photographed. It disappears.
Like I haven't taken pictures yet. You can't have it back.
And I'm just like, what sucky poo-poo. All right.
And then she forgets about it.
I do. It's so funny. We'll ask Izzy what she had for lunch, and it takes her 15 minutes to remember. But you want to know why? The lunchtime is her social time. She's, I'm sure.
Probably. I wonder if we could send like one of those little head you know, like how people put them on their cats and whatever, like those little collars. If we could just send one with her, just so we could kind of watch what she does during the day. Is that bad? I don't know that I like this approach.
What is it?
What you're doing.
Well, I don't want to be rude or anything, but I don't really remember.
You didn't ask?
Inquiring that you...
Well, I'm just, throwing it out there for you.
Well, you're allowed.
Can you at least give me some justification on that?
I don't need to justify diddly squat. It looks fabulous.
I don't know.
What is your problem with it?
I was really kind of digging the grunginess of the other stuff, but then when you put the purple on like that, it's the bright purple, which is fine.
Well, it doesn't have to stay that way, sweetheart.
I don't know. You're not making me happy.
Well, I live and breathe to make you happy.
I know that's not true. Oh. Mo would like to know, have you layered the dioxys, the purple, with cheddar, the number 218 one?
Oh, I can imagine that they would be lovely together. Right? I mean...
Hi, Wendy.
This is like batiking. Because once I get these outlined here and have stuff going on around them, when I come in with my next color, then it's going to change everything.
Yeah.
But it won't. Yeah. All right, that's my thought here.
And I kind of know that. But sometimes I feel like I should ask these questions because others might be thinking it as well.
And just too polite to say something like,
yeah,
what the hell?
Because they don't want to get yelled at like I just did.
I didn't yell. I just said.
Well, it's,
It was kind of a...
I'm used to it.
a little bit of a holler.
Yeah, it's not screaming. It's more just, passing the judgment back.
Like, really?
No, thank you. but a little harsher.
Well, it's really nice because, well, I do love the purple and the
I like the
red iron oxide together. I think that they make a nice...
Did you just bring
All right, well, you know, this is for the people who like cheerful things, Mariah. Well, you know, I've always thought, you know...
Well, I do, but...
Rainbow farts and...
Yeah, I know, but there's enough...
Unicorn hearts.
Grungy things happening there that, you know, it felt like it was... I guess two things can be true at the same time.
They certainly can. They certainly can.
Yes. Hi, Joy. Mo wants to know, do you have the soft body? Actual Prism Purple, Rhonda. Oh, yeah, 218 is epic. It's the cheddar. It's the other cheddar. Actually, it should be like the original cheddar because it was probably around before Dinah Wakely's cheddar, because that's what she called the color, and and P was like, I love this cheddar. This cheddar is awesome.
I did.
But that was before she had the Amsterdam paint, but I am sure that 218 was probably around before cheddar.
Yeah.
If y'all want to know some things. But yeah, the OG cheddar.
Well, this is kind of cheddary. We'll whip some of that out there. It's not going to be totally because it's already, I'm just mucking it around with the purple that I had on the thing here, so.
Yeah. Do you have some of the little tubes over there?
Pardon?
Oh, good golly. I'm hooking on things. That makes me very nervous. Oh, that has moved. That's why. See, that could cause some very bad things. Sorry. My arm was like, you know. Pardon my reach. I can always tell if somebody's been a waiter because they'll say that. Pardon my reach. I was never a waiter. Well, I mean, I was for a week, but
about
it doesn't.
15 minutes of it.
Yeah, it didn't count. There we go. So I'll get enough of that.
And the only reason that she lasted that long was because the lady that ran the restaurant I worked with at school, she was a teacher, and she just gave her the, you know, benefit of the doubt.
It was a pity job.
It was. I'll tell you what's worse than being just a waitress is being a bartender waitress. That's really painful.
We don't have the cheddar in the little tubes. That doesn't come in the little set. That looks lovely.
That's
getting there.
It's getting there. Now what I could do, put this aside for a sec. Bring this bad boy back in. And let's do a little bit of cheddar inside the leaf here. So that when we go over it all, again.
Oh, that's wonderful, Becky. I would have loved to have seen that. Oh, all right. See, you're pulling it together.
Well, I don't know why you ever doubted that wouldn't happen.
I shouldn't.
I mean, I do have fabulous failures. I don't just sort of do good failures. I do fabulous failures.
FFs.
It's a talent not everyone has.
Some people call those royal.
Yeah, F-ups.
Yes. Oh, hey, we're at time. Okay. Thanks, y'all, for hanging out. We very much appreciate it each and every time that you do. If you're watching in the replay, do all that same business that we asked you to do there at the beginning. And then, you know, if you want to come back and watch more and then, you know, watch it again. That's always awesome. Or watch the next thing that comes in after.
And don't forget to talk about everything.
Yeah. Remember to come back and start leaving those comments. And you need to even start leaving those comments on all of the February streams. Because you just don't know which one I'm going to pick for that awesome gel press giveaway that will be coming up during the March Madness. Alrighty, guys, that is pretty much it. We'll see you back here on Thursday, and we already have some thoughts. So there you go. Bye.
All right. Bye.